Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mike and Dane. Today, we're going to talk about a story that I did on the Tesla Cybertruck recently. And this story was about the fact that somebody had reported that they were being banned from New York parking lots because, and then we speculated that maybe the insurance companies said that it was too big and it was damaging things. But I looked closer into this story, and this my suspicion came. Somebody in the comments they said basically who said this about this Tesla Cybertruck. Like they wanted like names, like the exact people. So I was like, all right, well, let me look into it.
Mhm.
So this was a see Dane and I. What we do is we react to automotive news stories that are on the internet. We try to give some more context. We have experience in the field. So, we try to give you our opinions on that story. Then we look at a couple comments and then we get out of there. That's what we do, right, Dane?
Yeah, pretty much, right? We've been in the engineering and research side of the industry for many years, so we've got a little bit more intel on some of these things than maybe the normal person might have.
Yeah. So we're giving our reaction. But
Mhm.
I went to look at to find out who made this comment, right?
Mhm.
So today we're going to look at, and that sent me down a rabbit hole. Today I'm supposed to be studying to research with my electrical ASC, and I'm doing automotive nerd research all day. But but that's cool. We try to give you the information. We're not trying to exaggerate or fabricate anything. Okay. Sometimes we like stuff, sometimes we don't. These are real opinions.
Mhm.
But let's look. There's two stories that I want to look at in particular from this website called Torque News. And let's look at the first one. The first one is I was going to do this story today, and this is about not putting magnets on your Cybertruck because it could cause damage, right?
Sure.
But we got to give you the whole story. I'm not just trying to give you the bad part or just trying to make money saying bad things about Tesla.
Mhm.
So let's bring up this story. Where is it? All right. And I'm going to tell you why I no longer trust this website. You could go to this website if you want to. It don't bother me, but I don't I don't trust them. I'm going to show you why. All right, number one. Number one. Where is it? There it is. All right, so this is Torque News. The first thing I feel is a little bit exaggerated is the title. Tesla Cybertruck becomes extensively corroded after exposed to magnet. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if this person speaks English because it should really be Tesla Cybertruck becomes extensively corroded after being exposed to a magnet, right?
Yeah, that sounds better.
All right, so I looked up extensively, and that means in a way that in a way that covers or affects a large area.
Yep.
For example, the house was extensively damaged by the fire. Her husband traveled extensively for his job. Okay, extensively. Now,
Yep.
look, this is a picture that they have on Torque News. Now,
Yeah.
that is what I would consider extensively, right?
Sure, but that's a wrap.
I know, Dane, you always messing up. All
Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin it.
right. Yes, that is a wrap. Let me go to.
Sorry.
Let me, that was all right. See, Dane, I never tell Dane what we're going to talk about, so
Yeah, yeah. No, this is always a surprise for me.
it's always a surprise. So let me show you the website that that shows this wrap. This is from This is a website called Auto Evolution,
Mhm.
and they're talking about this wrap. This is created by Lux E Concepts, and
Yeah.
it turns the shiny Cybertruck into a corroded vehicle that seemingly spent decades outside, fully exposed to the elements. And if you'll look, the fifth photo is the same one that they put in Torque News website. And I think that's exaggerating. Do you think that's exaggerating, Dane?
It's 100% fabricated nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's go back to the article from Torque News.
Yeah.
DDD. Let's see. Is this it? No, that's the same one.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. I'm just going to erase that one.
The wrap does look cool, though.
It looks terrible. Why would anybody want that wrap?
Oh, see, I like patinaed classic cars that are like not rusted but weathered, And then when guys usually like modify them and restore them, just the underside but leave the body looking weathered. I like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that wrap looks awful. I don't know why anybody would do that, but whatever. So anyway, we're back to the Torque News website. So what this person, the author, they went to a Cybertruck forum or Cybertruck Owners Club. And this is somebody named Nick who posted in that forum. So he wrote, I felt like an idiot. I decided to put advertising magnets on my Cybertruck. I happened to take them off to wash the truck after a month, and my heart sunk. Rust and corrosion. All right. And then there were some other people who talked about a little bit of damage that they got. Let me show you.
But no photos?
Well, I'm going to show you the actual, what's her face? I'm going to show you the actual
like the
post to the
signs.
I'm going to show you the post to the forum. Okay. And then you tell me if you think that this is what you would consider to be extensive. Here we
go. Not extensive, no.
Does that look extensive? So the magnet that they're talking about is like a little magnetic sign advertising type thing?
Yeah.
So it's not covering the whole truck. Look at this.
So those body panels are stainless steel.
Yeah.
That's nothing. You can buff that out. It's a solid metal. It's not like touching up paint. It's just metal. So you can literally polish that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is bogus. This is not like the picture that he posted of the truck with the wrap.
No, not even close.
Look at this little bit of damage. This is nothing. I have
clickbait. That's clickbait nonsense.
Yeah, and I apologize to you guys. I think I got clickbaited.
Yeah.
And let me show you. So this Torque News, they also make videos on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to that. 1 second. This is preposterous, Dane. I can't believe my spidey senses were not tingling before.
Yeah, we should have known better.
I know, it's my fault.
At the same time, that story about the parking lot was believable.
Oh, well, we'll get to that. I did some nerd research on that.
Oh, okay.
Wait till you hear that. This one is a little bit more extensive. So this is the thumbnail for the video. Extensively corroded after magnet.
In both of these thumbnails are cars that are wrapped. How to prevent rusting? Wrap it. So when you wrap a vehicle, you're going to trap any moisture between the wrap and the metal. That's not going to help prevent. And stainless isn't going to really rust anyways. It's a pretty low grade stainless if it's going to rust.
Yeah, but look, this is a picture of the wrap.
Yeah.
This isn't like after you took the wrap off. This is made to look like this.
Right. That is a wrap.
This is how you can put that in the thumbnail.
Yeah, it looks fake. I don't know.
Extensively corroded after magnet. Give me a freaking break. It should be a little tiny bit of corrosion after putting an advertising magnet on the Cybertruck. That's what it should be. And it should have a picture of the little tiny amount of damage because it's partially true.
You know what's
crazy?
You
shouldn't put magnets on the Cybertruck. But this ain't going to happen.
This thing's got 78,000 views too in that video. Isn't that nuts?
I know. So you guys, I just want y'all to know I'm not trying to do stuff like this.
Some damn clickbait.
I'm going to be more careful in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what happened with that. I'm all upset about it. So the second story, I got to bring up the second story now. The second story was about the parking lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I ended up doing is so that one they had they used a source of a Facebook group about Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just some random guy, and I'm gonna bring it up. It was some random guy who said, well, not random, but some person who said that nobody would let him park the Cybertruck in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So then the guy in the comments was asking me like, well, who said this? Who said this information? And who made this claim? So that's what made me look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show. So this is the story. Parking lots in New York are refusing to park Tesla Cybertrucks. They say insurance companies have asked them not to. So this is somebody in Manhattan. So it made me think, okay, well, who said this? Let's see if we could bring up. Here we go, right here. I got to switch screens. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy, he posted this on a Facebook group.
Yeah, and you've been to Manhattan, right? I think we both have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so our original thought was a vehicle that size probably isn't going to be allowed in most parking lots, whether it's a Cybertruck or not, because there is not a lot of places to put cars in Manhattan. It's super tight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, parking's crazy.
All right. So can you see it, Dane?
Yep.
So this guy, Atul Sharma, he posted on Cybertruck Owners Only. I live in New York, and today I decided to drive my Cybertruck to work in Manhattan. I was shocked to find out that none of the parking garages accept Cybertrucks because, as per them, their insurance companies have asked them not to accept any Cybertrucks because Cybertrucks are very expensive and are not covered in the insurance policy. What the F? And this is...
Hey, before we go even too far into what this guy says, think about, of course, like I said, we've both been to Manhattan. Cybertruck's what? Not even 100 grand.
Yeah, it's
There are
more
cars
expensive stuff. Yeah,
way, way, way more expensive stuff that gets parked in some of these parking garages. So that's
yeah.
But anyways,
and you know what else I found? They're trying to pass legislation to put more charging stations in parking lots.
yeah.
So it's not seeming to make sense. Also, yeah, people in the comments were said it's so wild with so many Corvettes riding around and Mercedes AMGs. Yeah, Manhattan. What I've heard about Manhattan is there's more of a concentration of millionaires in Manhattan than anywhere else in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So there are expensive vehicles everywhere in Manhattan.
Yeah, Bentleys, Maseratis. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you're going to find there that's exotic. That's super, super nice.
Yeah, and in Manhattan, there's not a lot of space, so people are trying to, they're trying to. If you ever see a parking lot, they stuff those cars in there. They are in there so tight, it is unbelievable. So what I did was I did some automotive nerd research. I called 2 parking lots in Manhattan because now I'm suspicious.
Yeah.
Now I got to look at everything. So I called 2 parking lots in Manhattan. The first parking lot, it sounded like the guy didn't speak English. And I'm not going to lie. I said, will you park my Cybertruck there? And he said, no truck, no truck. I was like, okay, well, is it just the Cybertruck or is it any truck? And he's just said, no truck, no truck.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So he's just, and I was like, so is it your insurance company that won't let you? And he's like, no truck. So he keeps saying no truck. Obviously, he can't speak English.
Right.
So
I think it's a size thing.
Yeah, so I think it's a size thing. I called another parking garage. Man, where are they? What is this? Truck Parking, New York City. And they said they will take the Cybertruck. I got somebody on the phone who speaks English. And he said he would take the Cybertruck. And he was like, yeah, I'll take a Cybertruck. And I was like, have you heard that other parking lots won't take the Cybertruck? And he was like, yeah, it's just too big. It's too big. That's the problem.
Yeah, right. We're not discriminating against Cybertruck owners. Just the
No.
size of the sheer size of the vehicle. They're so big.
Yeah, so that's the thing about this type of news, you guys. And look, I'm not saying that this is true or not, but the guy who reported the story on the Facebook group, I don't know if he's friends with the guy from Torque News. I don't know if they're cousins. Maybe they never met each other in life, but I'm suspicious. I don't know. And now I don't know, because it would be real easy, Dane. It would be real easy, and I'm not ever going to do this. But if I just said, Dane, I want you to post some stuff in a Facebook forum or on a group online, and then I'm going to report on what you said, like anonymously or whatever, and then we're going to do a story on it, and then we're going to get a thumbnail with a picture that has nothing to do with the story at all, with no context, and we're going to make a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're going to get a whole bunch of views and a bunch of clicks, and
yeah. So look,
you just got to say ridiculous crap.
I'm not trying to do anything like that, guys. I'm serious.
No,
but
we're here to shed light, to bring you the truth.
Yeah, I just want to bring you guys the truth. I feel the Cybertruck is good in some ways and not good in others, but I'm not trying to exaggerate. I'm not trying to get a bunch of clicks. I want you to click on the videos, but as an apology, I will take down the video I posted about the Cybertruck parking problem, because it is not the full and complete truth. And I am suspicious of the source that I used for that video. So I apologize. I will take it down. This is what I wrote.
I think we still got it pretty close, though, even without knowing all those details.
Yeah, but I want to get it better than that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The truth is, this is the truth. Don't put no freaking magnets on your Cybertruck. All right. It's not a refrigerator.
I'm surprised they stuck. There shouldn't be that much iron in that stainless steel to even stick a magnet to it.
Oh, but listen, I did some nerd research on that. The stainless steel in the Cybertruck is a special blend that they make, that Tesla had formulated just for that.
Okay.
So we're really not sure of how magnetic it is, what's exactly in there. It's a proprietary blend.
Gotcha.
Like I learned this when I was in school for automotive engineering technology. I had a class on materials, and the class was like, take something that is a material that is used and give your proposal on what you would use to make it better. And what I did was, for my project, was I did the 3800 plastic 90-degree elbows that always break.
Yep.
And I said, let's make these out of, I think it was a stainless steel, but you can't just stay stainless steel. There's a whole book this thick of different kinds of stainless steel and different companies that make different mixtures of stainless steel. So I had to go in there and pick one and use that as a proposal, and then say why I would like to use that. So it's complicated, So it's the same with plastic, stainless steel. Like, we don't know for sure. But anyway, yeah, don't put no freaking magnets on your Cybertruck. But it's not going to turn into a complete pile of rust if you put one magnet on there. There'll be a little bit of damage, and that's about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I still have questions on what actually happened there, because you shouldn't have anything. But
no, you should. Somebody had put in one of the forums a link to like a scientific paper about why that happens. Is something to do with it being outside, and it could attract different things. You just don't want to do it. All right. We're not going to get too nerdy about that today. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's stuff you shouldn't do in a regular car. People, they put these little bracelets, these little jewelry circles on their regular car about where you push the engine start button.
Yep.
And sometimes that could actually interfere with the signals that have to go for. Yeah, that could cause a no start.
Interesting.
in some cars. Yeah. So so yeah, that is some truth in these things, but we want to give you as much truth as possible. There are issues with parking the Cybertruck. It's only because it's too. It looked like it's just because it's too freaking big.
Hmm.
And any truck is too big. You need a parking lot, and I found one in Manhattan. It was what is it? Manhattan parking garage for trucks. Truck parking, New York City on 43rd West 17th Street, New York, New York. All right. So if you want to park your Cybertruck, go there. Thank you for whoever answered the phone and
Yeah.
actually speaking English
Right.
and telling me that. But yeah, you can park your truck in Manhattan. You got to go to a parking lot that's made for bigger vehicles. That's all. They
Right.
park big trucks in that lot. That's what
Yeah.
it's made for. You probably might pay extra, but you could find it. Because it's weird because he's like that it seemed like he said every parking lot in Manhattan. Like that seems a lot. There's a lot of parking lots in Manhattan. You went to every single one
Yeah. No.
and you talked to
Yeah.
every single manager and they told
Yeah.
you that, like you found, first of all, it's hard to find the manager anyway, half the time.
Right.
And it's hard to find one that speaks English one sometime. I mean, it is what it is. It's Manhattan. There's people from everywhere in Manhattan.
Right. Yeah. That's one of the epicenter like hubs of the world right there, you know?
Yeah. So yeah. Let me see. Somebody got a comment. My key broke off the fob in my 2005 Lexus ES330 and my car is cranking but not starting properly. I need to just have the fob near the ignition. You said I will put my stuff back together and try that. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, the fob. So I have a video about Lexus not starting.
Yep.
And I mentioned that part of it starting is you need the key fob needs to work because
Mhm.
they send signals
Right.
back and forth where they have little codes so it won't start without the code.
Mhm.
So yeah, try that, Chaz Richards. Somebody in the comments had even put that. They said, yeah, I tried. I replaced this and I replaced all the fuel injectors and my spark plugs.
Holy cow.
I replaced all this and that. And I went upstairs and did not notice my fob was broke. So I went upstairs, I got the other fob, I put it in and started right.
Oh man. All that work. Be rough.
Another person seen that and helped them too. Yeah, yeah, let's
Oh,
get
awesome.
it. You're welcome, Chad Richards. We ranting about Cybertruck misinformation today. But I'm about done
We'll
with
help with your car stuff too.
I'm glad I could help you. I'm not going on that website no more anymore. Because electric car guys, sometimes they could be really annoying and everything you say against electric cars, they got like a canned response to come back to you. And sometimes they're incorrect. All right. And I point out when you're incorrect. But in this case, I feel like I was tricked. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was
You
still
got
partially correct, but I don't like being tricked, and I'm gonna call it out.
Yeah, I like it. You got clickbaited.
Yeah, I got it. They got me. I'm gonna try. I try to give you guys info that and make thumbnails that are intriguing to make you want to click on the video, but
Mhm.
I gotta be more careful and just be a little bit more honest. I
Yep.
think. Well, I'm honest, but I need to be more accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, Chaz,
Yeah,
is this your first Cybertruck that you saw on the street? They're pretty wild looking, aren't they?
they are huge, though. Like,
And they stick out because they have a weird angles and shapes. So they don't look like buildings. They don't look like any other cars on the road. They just look like a sore thumb sticking out. It just they're
yeah,
so weird.
they're huge, man. But
Yeah.
I was looking into it. If I got one, which I'm not going to right now, I'm like middle class right now. I'm not rich,
Mhm.
but and I love being middle class, so I'm not like dreaming of having a Cybertruck one day. But if
Mhm.
I had to hit the lottery or something, I would get one, and I would get it for the utility of it. I
Mhm.
like that it could go through water. I live in the sticks, and the river flooded the road one time, and I had to
Mhm.
get through it, and I thought I was going to die and get swept away. So I was like, man, I wish I had a Cybertruck with the wave mode.
Yeah.
So you could get through water with up to 30 inches of water. So I would get it for that. And plus, you could use it to power your house,
Mhm.
which the electricity goes out fairly often. So where I
Mhm.
live. So I would use it for that. But if you get one, consider getting a good wrap. I did some research. Now, not every wrap is created the same. Some of them are better than others. So look into that. Get the best one that's made specifically for that. But yeah, the wrap, to me, they look pretty cool, and they will protect the finish of the stainless steel, the specially blended stainless steel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would get a wrap if I had one. But yeah, see, it's partial fake news, man. You shouldn't put magnets. It is going to be harder to park, but it's not as bad as what they were saying. So I think the EV guys have a point when they say, "Oh, people are always exaggerating about the Cybertruck," and I think you got a point, because I went on that guy's on Torque News. I went on his profile. He's got like 100, like a whole bunch of articles, and like about the Cybertruck and EVs, and 95% of the articles are negative.
Yeah, but you know why? You know why he's doing that?
Because it makes money.
Well, exactly, because every time that somebody pokes at a Cybertruck a little bit, all the Tesla fans get all kinds of pennies in a bunch.
That's why Dave, you're 100% right. I wanted to mention that. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yep. So if you guys are too easy to pick on, and that's why you're getting got.
Yeah, like because what happens is, and I noticed that with my videos, and I'm going to take the parking lot video down, is it'll be a lot of dislikes, and when you dislike something, that helps it in the algorithm. Every time I would notice somebody would dislike it, it would get more and more views. Somebody would comment a negative comment, more and more views. Yeah, so I'm just like,
it's all engagement.
I like messing with people in real life anyway. And I'm going to keep needling you, and I'm going to keep messing with you, and you're going to keep commenting and arguing with me. And I'm being real with my arguments, but for this one, I think I'm not going to try to take advantage of you. I'm not.
This time.
So if you don't like an article, just don't negative click on it. Don't positive click. Don't comment. And you comment if you want to, but if just know that whenever you comment, it gets promoted more. All right, Chaz says, Elon Musk is a genius. I like what he's doing with electric vehicles. He has come out with a bunch of cool products. I know there is a stigma out there, the diesel truck drivers. Yeah.
Hey, now.
I think he's talking about you, Dane.
Yeah, he's talking about me. I got a diesel truck.
Yeah. But I think, look, man, as car guys, let's not be like Republicans and Democrats where the Democrats lost the election and now they're on the internet like, you know what, I'm not even going to Thanksgiving with my Republican family members. I'm not talking to them. I'm blocking them on Facebook. Like, come on, man.
I had a cousin doing that. I don't feel safe anymore. I hate everybody that voted Republican. F you. I'm like, oh my God.
Man, come on. So let's not be like that. EV guys, diesel guys. We're going to share the road.
Yeah, we can all get along.
We can argue, but let's not argue to the point that we really hate each other. Like, we're going to get it together. Don't worry. Yeah, I got a gas car too, but I could get a Tesla, but I'm just cheap, man. I was driving my 2004 Camry around. I just replaced the radiator on it. It's been sitting for a while, and I just love driving it, man. I was driving it all weekend.
That's what it all comes down to. You should drive what you like driving. I've got a handful of different trucks. I like driving trucks. I got a couple of BMWs. I like driving BMWs. I've ridden and driven a Tesla, and I think it's boring as hell, and that's why I don't own one. That's the only reason I own one. I don't like driving. I think it's boring.
Why do you think it's boring?
Because it's basically a Toyota Camry, but electric.
What do you mean? It's like not fast?
It's just a 4-door sedan. It doesn't do anything special or unique. It's got a big screen in it that burns my eyeballs. It goes fast, 0 to 60, but you get over that in an instant. I don't know. It's just a dumb, boring car.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean,
it's not for me.
All right. So that's what we got for you about Teslas. I'm going to stop talking about electric cars for a little while. It's giving me a headache.
Yeah.
I do think they're all right, man. Yeah. My boss his wife have a Tesla Model 3, I think.
3, yeah.
And it's just fine. It's just, I don't really drive that fast anyway.
Yeah. No, if you just need a commuter, I'm sure it's a good commuter. But just when I drive a car, I usually drive it to be excited, like whip it through some twisty roads, take it to a track day, that kind of stuff. You're just not going to do that with a Tesla. And then most of the other time, I need to.
Have you driven the Model S? That one's pretty fast.
The S? That's the one that I've driven.
You don't like that one?
No.
No.
No. I mean, like I said, the coolest thing about it is from a stop to like 60, 100 miles an hour, it's got a lot of acceleration, but it's a one-trick pony. Outside of that, I mean, it's not a Conor Corbin car. There's no like vibration. It's not engaging. Because all my cars also have manual transmissions.
Yeah.
I want a driver's car, and a Tesla just isn't that. It's just a transportation.
All right. Yeah. Let me see. So it's like a microwave. It cooks your food faster, but you want a grilled steak and not a microwave steak. Yeah.
I like where you're going with that analogy. That's right. A good grilled steak takes time. There's all the preparation, everything. Yeah. I don't want a quick overdone steak.
All right. I'm going to look up some other articles because I'm going to go on Car Scoops. I think I trust them more. So the Toyota, they're gearing up to replace all those engines that are warrantied out from the Tundras, from all the engine failures. And they are, I got to find this article, but basically they're hiring a bunch of technicians now. And I could verify that's true because like, even though I have a job right now, I'm like a mobile technician right now. I go and inspect things for a certain company. I'm not going to say where, but yeah, it's a pretty sweet job. But I still have my resume up on Indeed. Like I never took it down when I got the job. So people call me or email me to see if I'm interested in things. And somebody from a Toyota dealership near me, and they wanted me to apply for the job. They were like, yes, they're giving out $10,000 bonuses. They were like, it's up to $10,000 bonus. I was like, whoa. I thought I had to come out of retirement.
How long do you have to maintain employment to keep that $10,000?
I don't know. I didn't ask all that.
That's usually the catch.
Yeah.
$10,000 signing bonus, and they'll give it to you after your first year. Like, shit. Yeah, I don't want to work here a year.
They just give me the money and then I'll quit after a week.
Give me the money.
Just give me the money. No, I don't know. Maybe I was considering coming out of retirement, mechanic retirement.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I got to think about it because they were like, I do like my current job and it's really easy. So, but I do miss working on cars. I ain't gonna lie.
Dude, you just need to do the mechanic side hustle, man. Because I get, of course, I'm already doing, fabrication, the hot rod stuff on the side, and all the time people are like, hey, can you do the brakes in my car? Or hey, I need like this tie rod end replaced, or the shop was going to charge me like $800 to do whatever. Can you do it? The part only costs $100. Like, yeah, I can help you out, dude, all the time. Like people you can make decent side money just fixing cars for people.
Yeah, I mean, I still do that sometimes, but let me see. I don't do it that often. And it's more, I think it's more fun to work at a dealership because then you get access to all the newest information from the factory, from the OEM service manuals. So, you'll learn like all the cutting edge stuff. Like if you want, because they usually will give you like access to the online training center. And you could go in there and just learn everything. You could learn about all their new hybrids, all the EVs. You could probably learn about the hydrogen car that nobody bought if you want. So yeah, like that's intriguing to me, learning about everything over again.
Yeah, I always got to do it the hard way. Like a friend of mine brought me his BMW X3 over the weekend, and he needed brakes put on all the way around. So I do the fronts, super easy. Go to the rears, and the rears have the electronic parking brake that's attached to the caliper. and you need to rewind the pistons back into the caliper. And BMW has a special BMW only tool. Like I've got the cube, for like the Ford and GM uses. I think some of the Japanese cars use that same cube or whatever.
Yeah, I got the
It doesn't
cube.
work on BMWs. And so I find a tool. Of course, it takes a while. I'm like, I ain't waiting a few days. So I ended up taking the whole rear caliper apart and then removing the motor and stuff. And I figured out how to unscrew it from the backside and then press it back in. But but that's where, like, being at a dealer, you would have all that stuff available to you. I'm at home trying to scratch my head going, okay, how can I make this just work without the special tools? And it takes more time.
What I heard you can do is you just take the connector off and like apply 12 volts to it.
Shut up.
You took it apart and put it.
Hey, it worked.
Well, if it works, it works. But
yeah, I took it apart. I figured out how to unscrew from the backside and then press the piston back in at the same time. But I made it happen.
All right, well, you got it. But
I got it.
Yes, what's good for newer guys is if you like a certain brand, follow somebody on Facebook, well, not Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Follow one of the mechanics that works in that dealership.
Yep.
And they post like they post a whole bunch of tricks. They post showing themselves working on the car. And even if it's like a whole bunch of shorts, you will learn so much about that specific brand all the little tricks and everything that would have taken you years at a dealership. You could be ready to hit the floor before you even walk in the dealership. Just follow some guys like if you like Chrysler, Dodge, there's this guy, his page is named Online Mechanic Tips. He works at a Dodge dealer and he puts up shorts all the time and full videos. You learn everything about those cars, man. And there's this guy for Ford. I forget what it's Ford something. But he posts a lot of stuff on Ford trucks. There's this girl I watch on Instagram. She works at like a Audi BMW dealer, I guess. She posts a lot of stuff. So I'll send you her link, Dane, if you want to learn more about BMW. But
definitely.
But yeah, man, there's so much information, but it's like you just gotta know where to find it. Anybody is in the comments, please hit the like button. We need you to hit the like button. And if you want to talk about something, I can go on Car Scoops and we could look up some articles for you. But yeah.
This is all the dealerships that are hiring technicians right now to do all the warranties in these trucks.
Yeah, this is one. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Currently hiring technicians, 401k match.
Pretty good.
Test drive vehicles, 5 years plus service technician experience, ASC certification required, A-level qualifications, diagnostic, electrical, and engine. So yeah, they got to hire people to fix these Tundras. So
yeah, they're looking for experienced guys that can swap motors without screwing it up.
What I read in the article, I think they're going to be perhaps using teams, so maybe more than one mechanic, and I think that's a great idea. I have said this before.
2 guys could knock an engine swap out pretty fast.
Oh yeah, and it's when you use 2 people to fix something, you don't just get it fixed twice as fast. You might get it fixed 3 or 4 times as fast.
Yeah, after you've done a couple of them, for sure.
Well, yeah, not the first time. After a couple of them,
yeah.
Oh, you'll breeze through it, and it's so much easier. One time, when I was working at AAA, the shop foreman, and there was only like 3 or 4 people in this whole shop. He used to be a mechanic too, and he was really good. He and we had to finish this car fast. We had to do a fuel pump. It was on some type of GM sedan, I forget. We did this fuel pump, and you had to drop the tank too. We did this fuel pump in like 15 minutes.
That's pretty good.
We did this fuel pump faster than an oil change.
That's real fast.
And we weren't even rushing. We were not rushing. It was because we both knew exactly what to do. We both had done a whole bunch of fuel pumps on that type of vehicle. It was just like, all right, I'm going to drop it. And we weren't even like discussing how we're going to do it fast. It just came together.
Yep, that's nice.
It was faster than an oil change.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I think people, they need to start working more in teams, and you're going to have to start just paying technicians a salary. cars are just getting too expensive. Flat rate, everybody hates. Well, some people like it. Some
Some
people
people
like it.
like it. A good
I
a,
th-
a
I
good
say
friend
give
of
people
mine
the
works flat
choice.
rate. Sorry, what was that?
I say give it the choice.
Yeah, the choice would be good, but a good friend of mine is a flat rate technician, and he operates out of 2 bays at one dealership,
Oh yeah.
and so he'll easily log 60 to 80 hours a week in his
Hmm.
40-hour work week because he'll be doing two things at the same time a lot of times. He's just really, really good. Um,
Yeah.
but then they're talking about moving everybody to like a salary or a straight hourly. He's like, screw that, I quit. He's like, I'll go somewhere
Yeah.
else where I can work flat rate and make a ton of money.
Yeah. What I say is better to have a
Yeah.
mix. So we might say, okay, it's just like the Super Friends or the Avengers. Some people really have one superpower,
Hmm.
and some people have another. So some people, like your friend, they have the power to get everything done fast. They're really
Hmm.
good. They're really technical. They enjoy working on their own for the most part. They got all their tools and they're making a ton of money. And as long as they're not making a ton of mistakes,
Yep.
as long as they're getting it done right, I say let them do it.
Yep.
Are you the fast guy? Now for me, I could I was kind of doing a little bit of both. I
Hmm.
was trying to be fast at Honda. I was pretty fast, but then I just started not liking that.
Hmm.
And I like being more the nerd who will fix the cars that everybody else doesn't want to fix.
Yep.
Like give me the car that gives Mr. Fast Guy a whole bunch of problems. He doesn't have time to go on long test drives and ask the customer a whole bunch of questions and try to figure out what's going on. But I like that better.
Yeah, you're
So
right. There's the two different guys
two different.
because guys like my friend, he'll be like every car or every pick a vehicle that has like a known common issue. He'll be
Mhm.
like, give me every one of those because he's done it so many times. He already knows what tools need to be pulled out, and he can just whip through them really fast. Whereas someone comes in, it's like my car's making a noise. It kind of does this weird thing and needs a lot more time to diagnose. That's a different guy, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm a proponent of just letting people do what they are best at and are more comfortable with. Like I could tell you a story. When I was an engineer at Toyota, right?
Hmm.
We have technicians that would supervise the drivers and they would do the repairs. And then me as an engineer, I would come in and I would write reports about, well, not even so much repairs, but you'd have to find the problems. And
Hmm.
then we would make a report and then we would ask the engineers in Japan, what do you want us to do about this? Do you want us to fix it? Do you want us to try a prototype part? It
Hmm.
wasn't just about fixing, it was also about documenting the problems.
Hmm.
So I would document well, what would happen is they would have the technicians write the report initially. And then what I would do is I would look at the report, I would proofread it and maybe add stuff to it or take stuff away from it. And then it would go to Japan.
Hmm.
So and I found some of the technicians, they really liked writing the report themselves. They didn't want me messing with it too much. Then I found that some of the other mechanics, they didn't really like writing reports at all. They found them to be they were like being overwhelmed with so many reports to write. They're like,
Hmm.
all right, what do I write? They just didn't like it. They weren't happy with doing that. So
Hmm.
what I did was for the guys that didn't like writing them, I would be like, all right, look, don't get overwhelmed. Don't be stressed out from having 10 reports to do. We're going to go through them. Just put the basic information in there. You don't have to
Hmm.
worry about making the picture with the arrows and the highlights and the graphs. I'll do all that. Just give me the basic report
Right.
fast. And he's
Hmm.
like, cool, I'll do that. But then the other guy he had been working there for like 30 years. He took a lot of pride in his reports. So I started messing with one of his reports. He's like, hey, what are you doing? You leave my report alone. There's nothing wrong with that report. So I was
That's
like, all
cool.
right, all right. So
Yeah.
then for him, I didn't mess with his reports that much. For the other guy, I just give me the basic info. So that's the point. Don't try to make somebody do something that they're really uncomfortable with. If
Hmm.
the guys want flat rate, wants to be super fast, all right, fine. Be super fast as long as you're not messing up and making misdiagnoses.
Yep.
That's fine. For the guy that wants to be a nerd like me and find out all the hard problems and fix the car that nobody ever even heard of.
Mhm.
Let me be the nerd, all right? And the shop works fine. So that's how I feel about flat rate versus hourly.
Mhm.
Should be a mix and let people get in where you fit in.
Mhm.
That's right.
Hell
But
yeah.
all right, let's look at this article. This is the first time I'm looking at this. They say, what is your favorite Lexus that isn't the LFA? Oh, from the original SC to the modern LC, Lexus is more fun than many people think. All right, I will tell you right from the beginning, my favorite is the LC 500.
Mhm.
I think that's is one of the most beautiful cars on the road. But Dane, what Lexus would you like that isn't LCA?
Yeah, I like the LC 500 as well,
Yeah,
and I also like the is it that one, the two-door 400? Because those came in a manual too, didn't they?
yeah, this is the
Or
SC4.
yeah, and then the IS 250, I think those also came in manuals. I do like those two cars as well.
So you would take this
Or
SC,
wait, was the 400 a rear-wheel drive or a front-wheel drive?
this one here. This is rear wheel drive.
Yeah. That one in rear-wheel drive with a manual. I'm
That's
all
a
in.
classic. This is like early '90s right here.
Yep.
SC400. Yeah.
Yeah, the 400 and then the 200, the 250. I like that one too.
You like the IS?
Yeah, I do.
I don't like the IS, man.
Really?
I feel like it's too thin.
Oh,
Oh, this is the GS. One of my friends had one of these. I just like
yeah, not
this
the
one.
GS, the IS 250. I
Yeah, the
forget what they
IS.
had. They had an inline six motor, I think, and
No,
man,
the IS is 4-cylinder.
oh, was it a four? I thought it came with a six.
No, the 6 is that SC. I
Mm,
think they put a V8 in that too, though. Look
yeah,
at that interior. Oh, that's beautiful.
not too shabby.
That's beautiful.
That car looks good right there, though.
Yeah. And this is the LC.
Mm-hmm.
I like the LC. It's
You're
a
thinking
little
of the
hard to work
300.
with.
Is it the 300 IS that came with a six-cylinder and a manual, inline six?
I don't know, man.
I forget.
I think you're having a fantasy.
Yeah, probably. Well, I know what I want. I want that one.
The one that don't exist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, this is the LS.
Yeah.
This is a fancy pants. Look at that. It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
These are roomy in the back. Some of these the seats you could put your feet
Man,
up.
that's for your executives right there.
That's Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Oh yeah, that car looks badass.
Here we go. This is the best. I think this is the most beautiful car Toyota's ever made.
Yeah, I'm with you. That thing
I
looks
don't
so
care.
good. That blue and red, either one of those colors is perfect.
Oh man, who designed this? That's sometimes we think about the car and the engine and the transmission, but who designed this thing, man?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I want to shake that guy's hand.
I need to buy you lunch, my bro. Good, it's beautiful. And I've been in this car. I've seen it in person, and it is. This is a modern day classic right here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Chat, what do y'all think? Which Lexus do you like the best? That's not the LFA. I've never even seen the LFA.
I've not seen it in person either.
Let's see
There you
the
go.
comment.
The IS 300. That's what I was thinking of, not the 250.
The IS 300.
Yeah, the early 2000s, right there. Yeah, you can get
IS
that
300, early 2000s. Oh, maybe. I don't know if that's an inline six. We gotta do some nerd research.
It did. I know it did. Just go with it.
All right. Dane says it did.
I could be wrong.
But Dane, somebody told me in the comments that the Cadillac Lyrique is pronounced the Cadillac Lyric.
Lyric?
I thought it was Lyrique. I'm going to continue to call it the Lyrique,
even
if it is Lyric.
Sounds way more fancy.
I know. That's like saying Target instead of going to Target.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, this reminds me, did you do your other automotive nerd research and watch Joe Dirt?
I tried to watch it on Netflix, and I couldn't find it.
It's not gonna be on Netflix. Do it on like Amazon Prime or something like that.
I don't know Amazon Prime.
But yeah, dude, like the opening scene's great. He's like, Joe Dirte, don't you mean Joe Dirt? Don't try and French it up.
Joe Dirte. Yo, I saw. So I got Netflix back on, And so I've been watching movies. I saw this movie, The Django. Did you ever see that?
Oh, Django's a great movie. The
Yeah,
Cyber, by
Django.
the way.
Yeah, I keep saying The Django, but
Yeah.
that movie is good. So, the actors in that movie are so good.
Yeah, very good.
The guy Samuel L. Jackson, he was so hilarious. I wish I'd seen that in the movies now. I know people would have been laughing.
Oh, I did.
You saw it in movies?
I did. Yeah, it was
People cracking up?
fantastic. Yeah, there's so many good actors in that thing, and just it's Tarantino, writing it and directing it. So the dialogue is just fantastic throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, and then I watched all these videos about like all the little different intricate things about the movie and why this character does that
Yeah.
and why this. I heard that when somebody went up to Django and asked him if he knows about his name,
hmm
and he was like, Django was like, the D is silent, and the guy's like, I know it is. But the actor who said that
Yeah.
was the actor that actually played the original Django in like one of the old cowboy movies.
Oh.
So that's why he said that. He's like, that's why he said I know
Oh,
how
okay.
it's spelled.
Gotcha.
Because he was the original actor. And, like little stuff, it's a bunch of little stuff like that in the movie. But Samuel L. Jackson was like you really believed that he was that character. He got
Oh,
so
yeah, he was so good.
he got
was
so
so
mad. He said,
good.
"You gonna let him sleep in the house?" At the
Yeah,
end,
he was good. The Leonardo DiCaprio character was really good. What's the German? Was it Christopher Waltz? Is that his name?
I think so. Yeah, he was good. And
Oh man, yeah, he was real good.
and
Of
I was
course,
reading. I saw.
Jamie Foxx, of course, is fantastic too in the whole
Oh yeah,
thing.
he was great, man. Even his wife was good.
Yeah.
I heard that in the scene where Leonardo DiCaprio hits the glass and starts bleeding, that wasn't actually in the script.
Oh really?
Like he slammed his hand on the desk, cut his hand on the glass by accident, and he kept going with the scene with his hand bleeding.
Dude's a beast.
Oh man, that was crazy. I was like, why is his hand bleeding? And he was really bleeding, and he kept going.
That's crazy. Did you know what part of that movie about had me in tears?
What?
Is when towards the beginning of the movie when that the gang of guys comes riding out on horses with the sheets over their head.
Oh, when
They
they
surround
couldn't see through the hole.
the dentist they can't see, so they're all yelling at each other. God damn it!
Oh yeah, that was
Like, who
yes.
did these? Like your wife sucks or whatever. Yeah, dude, that had me just bent over laughing.
I like in the end where the guy shoots the Leonardo DiCaprio character, and then Samuel L. Jackson, he started crying so bad. He's like, no. He was so sad that he shot the guy who was in charge of him his whole life. That was wow, man. That was a wow movie.
There was a part in there too where one guy's like, I count 6 shots. He's running revolvers. I count 2 guns. He's
Yeah.
just lights them back up.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, there's so many good spots.
All right, so Dane, what do you think is the best car movie? What's your favorite car movie?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you a couple. Okay.
All right,
I don't know if I can get it to just one. Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
There's a ton of good cars in that movie.
I never saw that.
Oh, dude.
This a car movie?
Yeah. Okay. Here's some more car research for you. Yeah. It's not necessarily a car movie, but there's a lot of cars in the movie. It takes place in the 80s, so there's a lot of like muscle cars and stuff in the 70s in it.
All right.
But yeah, you need to watch Dazed and Confused if you haven't yet.
All right.
Death Proof is also a really good car movie.
Death Proof. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh,
I don't watch a lot of movies.
Oh man. Let's see. Gone in 60 Seconds, kind of a classic, right?
Yeah.
And of course, like your the first 2 Fast and Furious movies I thought were pretty good, and they lost me after that.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie is Fast and Furious.
Mm-hmm.
The first 3, but I like all of them, but the first 3 are the best. I like part 3.
Yeah,
I like 1, 2, and 3, but I like all
Tokyo
of them.
Drift was actually okay too.
Which one?
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, that's 3.
Yeah, that was decent, but after that, yeah, they really lost me.
I heard the last one is supposed to kind of like get back to the roots of it and and send it out. There's supposed to be one more, I heard, until they make a spinoff with his kids.
Mhm.
Oh man, but yo, the first one is so special to me because this was back in the day. I had my first apartment, and I just started getting into cars. I just started fixing cars a
Mhm.
little bit. Like I fixed my Chevy Celebrity,
Mhm.
and I was on top of the world after that. And I was on the phone with my girlfriend, and we were talking about something, and then the trailer for Fast and Furious came on, and I
Mhm.
about to went crazy. I was yelling at her on the phone. I was like, "Oh my god, look at this! They're making a movie for exactly what I want." I was like totally into imports and
Mhm.
Hondas and all that. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it!" And the car went under the trailer. I was like, "Oh my god, the car went under the." I'm like
Yeah.
yelling at her on the phone, and she just hung up on me. And I was like, "I don't care."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cars are way cooler.
Oh man, that first movie, and man, we saw that in the movie theaters, and after that, man, me and my friends, we were just driving around trying to race people like idiots, which I don't recommend. But our cars were so old, they really didn't go that fast, so we didn't we
It's
didn't hurt
so
that
fun
much.
though. Yeah.
Oh man, anybody in the chat, what's your favorite car movie? That's
Mhm.
what I want to know. That and yo in the chat, let me tell you guys, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway soon. Um, I think maybe should I do it for Christmas or Thanksgiving? I think Christmas. Why don't we do a Christmas giveaway, Dane?
There you go.
All right. So Christmas, I'm gonna do a little giveaway, maybe a couple Amazon gift certificates, and we're gonna have fun. You know what, with this StreamYard, I could post a link and then you could click on it, you
Mhm.
guys in the chat, and then you could be on the panel with us and talk to us in real life.
Mhm.
So just know the next time you come to the stream, um, I might be able to drop the link if you want to get on here and say something or ask a question. We're
Mhm.
trying to get more interactive.
There we go.
If you join the chat, it's going to be a giveaway around Christmas time, and
Sweet.
also I'm going to be able to drop the link in the chat, and then you could come up and talk to us if you
Mhm.
want to say something. So if you like Cybertrucks, or if you like regular cars, or if you like Japanese cars or American cars or even German cars, this is a car family over
Or
here.
if you got a
Or
pet
what?
peeve you want to vent about, we can do that too.
Yeah, if you want to vent, this is not like Republicans and Democrats. We're all coming to Thanksgiving,
Yep.
Christmas dinner. We're going to talk about cars and we're going to get through it.
Yeah. We're gonna. Yeah. Everybody's gonna get along. We're all gonna hug
We're,
it out.
we're gonna have an automotive nerd fight, and then we're gonna hug it out.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna let Dane go. We're almost at an hour. I'm gonna try to come back maybe Thursday and do a live, and then Dane hopefully will be back next Sunday
Yep.
for his expertise on GMs, and we're gonna keep it moving, you guys. I'm gonna try to give you better reactions to news. I'm gonna try to. I got to do some more. What is the best year videos?
Mhm.
Dane, I was thinking about making them into like little movies.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, like it's gonna be dorky mechanic humor.
There you go.
But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of real good information.
Perfect.
So I think I'm gonna do what is the best year pilot, like the classic
Mhm.
format, just been giving you a bunch of information and stuff and a little bit of nerdy jokes.
Mhm.
But after that, I'm gonna try to make them into little mini movies. I'm gonna be like the mechanic Quentin Tarantino.
There you go. I like that.
You gonna let us live in the big house? That was the best movie. Oh, that was so hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is what we got for you today. Have a good one. Bye bye.